What's up, my killers? It's your boy Reeni here, back at you with another video, and this one is a highly requested video. It is a tattoo tour of all my tattoos. Now, some of them I haven't shown anybody else other than my closest friends because they're in like no places I don't really feel comfortable just showing anybody, but since you guys asked, I will deliver. So stay tuned until the end. So we'll just get straight into it. We'll go from my very first tattoo to my most recent. So the very first tattoo that I ever got was this Barkion here on my thigh. Now I played Yu-Gi-Oh back in like 2012, played like a year or so, and then I quit. And it wasn't until like this year that I got back into it. But back then, Naturius was the first deck that I ever played with, and it just has become my favorite archetype. Bamboo Shoot is my favorite card, but I just didn't think it would look as cool as Barkion, and so that's why I got Barkion instead. And I got a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo as my first tattoo because Yu-Gi-Oh has shaped my life in a couple ways, in a good way. Meeting the people that I met back then and even now has helped me find new perspectives on life. Yu-Gi-Oh has just always ignited a passion inside me as well. Next is my shoulder pauldron. This is Cassandra's shoulder armor thing from Soul Calibur. And to be honest, it's kind of like a poser tattoo because I don't really play Soul Calibur. But I just thought the artwork looked really cool, and it also has like angelic feathers around it just to symbolize a piece of art that I can have on me to remind myself that I have something to protect me. And yeah, it's kind of cringy and corny, but whatever. Next is one that doesn't really get seen that much because of the placement. It is JD, Judgment Dragon, and it is probably one of my favorite tattoos ever just because, one, I obviously love JD, the artwork is amazing, I have the mat, I have the field centers. Then next I got the Horde banner on my other thigh. Now, a lot of people when they see the Horde, and especially the banner in my room, they think of, wow, World of Warcraft, which was a game that I did play and thoroughly enjoyed, but that wasn't the reason why I got this tattoo. So the reason why I got this tattoo was because I loved Warcraft 3, the real-time strategy game. I played the shit out of Frozen Throne. That game was such a huge part of my life because I played that when I was like 14 or 15, something like that. So I played that in my influential years. Warcraft 3 was the first game that I truly fell in love with, and it was pretty much the gateway to my finding my passion in gaming. That game consumed me. I played Undead. I was a filthy ghoul rusher, but now the game's kind of dead, but there is Warcraft 4 coming out, so I kind of have high hopes for that. Then I got this Sailor Moon tattoo right here, just the Crisis Moon compact with the little bow behind it. Sailor Moon is obviously one of my favorite animes. One of my favorite childhood memories I have with Sailor Moon was watching Sailor Moon early in the morning with my dad sleeping beside me on the couch. Then I got this beetle tattoo, and this one I get asked a lot if there's any meaning behind it, but there's not really. I just like the look of it. But there is the upside down crescent moon, which kind of represents the Black Moon clan for me in Sailor Moon, and it also has the Queen Beryl gem in it, which is one of the main villains in Sailor Moon. And I kind of got it to contrast the Crisis Moon compact, like the yin and yang. Now we're gonna get into the rest of my sleeve here, which isn't finished yet, but I got this S2 here and this leaf. There wasn't the slash through it before, as well as the S2, it's technically a cover-up. I got these tattoos with my best friend. He was my childhood friend for like over 10 years. S2, when you type it out, it just looks like a heart, so sometimes we would send that to each other. And then the leaf we got really spur of the moment, spontaneous, like we just were at the tattoo shop together and we're like, hey, let's get a tattoo together. So we did, and we felt like the leaf represented our friendship well. We were always going with the flow, just like how the leaf flows in the wind, but unfortunately we had to part ways, so later on I did get the slash through it. You know how in Naruto the Akatsuki like slash their headbands to represent that they're going rogue, which is what I did here, you know, like going rogue from our friendship. And yeah, I actually don't regret getting these tattoos because he was such a huge part of my life, and he was always there when I needed him to be. He's taught me many life lessons and helped me find what I wanted to get out of life. But yeah, without getting too much into it, we just grew apart. But the S2 I covered up with a Mystic Mind tattoo just because for the shits and giggles, and I thought it was a really fun tattoo, and I just had to represent myself as the Queen of Degens, and I love showing this off to people as well. Next, I got this Shishomro tattoo from Inuyasha, one of my favorite animes growing up as well. I always had a crush on Shishomro. The little story arc between him and Rin is super cute, so that's why I got that. Then I got Rock Lee, one of my favorite characters in Naruto, just because I can really relate to his passion for never giving up and perseverance. Kind of sucked that his story arc kind of fell off later on. Then I got this Sailor Jupiter tattoo, my second favorite Sailor Scout, because she is pretty much a tomboy. And yeah, growing up I was a huge tomboy as well, so I could really relate to Sailor Jupiter, which is why I really liked her. And then I got Vegeta here with his little scouter. Vegeta isn't one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball Z, but there's like this funny little story that I always think of when I see this tattoo or think of Vegeta. Back then I used to play Rift, which was an MMORPG just like WoW, and for the sake of simplicity, I don't remember what the factions were, but I'm just gonna use Horde and Alliance. So I was in the Horde and I was questing with my friend. Suddenly I see a guy from the Alliance pull up in our hood, and I was like, hell nah, you think you could just like pull up in our hood and not get jumped? I don't care if you're 30s level higher than me, you're getting the blicky. So I threw a bunch of my spells at him, and obviously since he was like 30 levels above us, he just ran through our shit and he kept killing us over and over again, camping beside our bodies until eventually he just stopped. So I was like, cool, we can just continue questing then, right? So we just continued on with our quest. Eventually he showed up and just started helping us, and we were like, what the fuck, this guy is like the real life Vegeta. So whenever I look at this tattoo or see Vegeta, I think of that dude from Rift. Okay, next, so this is a controversial take, but I consider Avatar an anime. And Avatar is my favorite anime, which is why I got this little Appa tattoo here. But let me know down in the comments below if you consider Avatar an anime, because I've been flamed for this before. Then I got Boo here. He's my favorite character in Dragon Ball just because he's such a fun and silly character. Then behind him I got an Arbok, which isn't my favorite Team Rocket Pokemon. The Arbok kind of just like fit the space in there really well. The Team Rocket arc is my favorite in the series. Whenever I watch the clips, it just makes me cry. Especially the scene where Jesse and James were telling Arbok and Weezing to run away when they were getting their ass beat by Tyranitar. And next, I got this Millennium Ring. This one again just fit the space really well. Obviously, I do love Yu-Gi-Oh, so that's why I also got it. Then I got this tarot card here, and it says 13 Death. And a lot of people think that I got this tattoo because it's super edgy and like I just want everyone to die. So Sailor Saturn is in this card because in the anime, spoiler alert, so in the anime she destroys the whole planet so that it can get revived. Death means rebirth, and she destroyed the whole planet so everyone else could have a new beginning, which fit perfectly with my life because I feel like I've gone through many deaths and new beginnings. So you've heard of the whole debate between who would win versus Sailor Moon and Goku, but if Goku faced Sailor Saturn, he would get fucking murdered and nobody can tell me otherwise. Then I got this Mangekyo. Itachi's one of my favorite characters in Naruto as well. It has the little Amaterasu flames going around it, and it has Japanese lettering. It's supposed to say Sharingan. It could say fried rice for all I care. Then last but not least, on this arm I got Samehara, and this one I get commented on the most. I fell in love with the idea of a pet sword once Samehara betrays Kisame for Killer Bee, and I thought the scene where Samehara is licking Killer Bee was just absolutely adorable. Now onto my very last tattoo. I got on the other side of JD, on the other side of my hip, which is Legion Commander from Dota 2. Dota 2 was also a huge part of my life and probably the game that I played the most out of everything, and also caused the most amount of stress. No X can hold a candle to the amount of stress that game caused me. Legion with Blink, Ags, and Divine Rapier, just say goodnight, dude. Like, you're already dead. Yeah, now I've moved on to League, but Dota 2 has so many fun heroes that I miss playing. But yeah, Dota 2, awesome game. So those are all my tattoos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad I got to share with you guys the tattoos that I don't really show other people. So please comment and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, and follow me on my other social media on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Where Is Sweet, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!